Off-campus housing at Indiana Wesleyan University seems to be a bit of a taboo subject. Currently, 88% of the students live on campus that are enrolled at this university, and 12% of those students live off campus. There are 4 requirements for students to live off campus, with very few exceptions to these rules. You must be 23 years old, you must have 90+ credit hours at the institution, you must be married or be living with your parents. Now, this only accounts for 12% of the students, and it makes it very hard for students to live off campus. This is no complaint against the Residence Life program at the university. I've spoken at length with Michael Moffat about this, the Vice President of Student Development, and Indiana Wesleyan has a very strong program for residence life, what with the activities that started at the beginning of the year, the RA structure, the chaplains. It's an exciting place to be, and I have no quips or quandaries with students living on campus. However, the university cannot keep up the infrastructure for the enrollment, which the record enrollment numbers for students every year has been this way for the past 15 years. And essentially, what Indiana Wesleyan has to do is guesstimate how many applicants come into the university out of how many of those applicants are actually going to attend the university. And last year, they severely underestimated the number of students that wanted to come to the school by approximately 400 to 500 students. So this eliminates some of the guesswork, and it allows some breathing room for the administration in terms of an infrastructure standpoint. I know next year we are building South Hall across from North Hall, a few more townhouses, but this is only a short-term solution. The plan is as follows. We would allow a relaxation from 90+ credit hours, which is a senior at the institution, to be eligible to live off campus, to 60+ credit hours, which means a junior would be eligible. Now, we would not hand out a free pass or ticket to every junior to live off campus, but rather an application process would be in line. Students must have a 3.0 GPA or higher and also have faced 0 campus probations in their past. The students would apply, the administration would pray over the applicants, and they would select at most a 5% increase of students to live off campus. This would look like 17% of the university living off campus at maximum, with 83% of the university living on campus. This is still an astronomically high number for students to live on campus against competing institutions, and it would allow for 100 to 200 more people to live off campus, which is the equivalent of a Shatford house or a Bowman house. This would eliminate the multitude of double housing here at the university to become something of tri-housing, to convolute housing and cram people together. It frees up space for that. It frees up money and infrastructure that can go towards academic institutions or scholarships here on the university. And I think it's a good plan for everyone. Within a 4-block radius, Dr. Wilbur Williams, Terry Monday, and Dr. Gonzalez own a majority of the housing. And while we cannot force students to live in these houses because it would be a federal felony, there is a very high likelihood that students would live in these houses because of the location and aptitude to the university. And do I think that there would be a huge migration of students to live off campus? No. For one, we have the cap in place of 17% being the maximum students that can live off campus. And also, I spoke prior to the tremendous strengths of the residence life programs on the campus. In fact, Michael Moffat has recently visited Case Western University in Ohio, a university that has 4,000 students at it and one of the strongest residence life programs in the nation, and they want to work with us. And so I think the strengths that we see at Indiana Wesleyan with residence life housing will become even stronger. So this is simply a solution to allow some freedom to students to live off campus, to keep them accountable, and to free up money for the university to do things like scholarships and academic progress at this institution.